How's everybody doing today? My name is Kip, and if you're new to the channel, this is America Bumper to Bumper. Today on our Pennsylvania YouTuber road trip, we are going to see Andy at Diablo Formula Racing. So we're going to be there shortly, so let's go and say hi to Andy.
I guess I'll stop.
Yeah.
So folks, we are just about ready to pull into Westy's Speed Shop and Andy's at Diablo Formula Racing. So we're going to go in and see what everything's all about. I see.
Dirty Max. Yeah, it looks familiar, that's for sure.
There's a bump right here. I think I might drag my exhaust. Oops.
Yeah, did pretty good.
There's Westy's old shop.
Let's go see if he's home. Didn't notice it before. The wrap on this Camaro. Nuts. That is one hell of a hood. Another Camaro C5. Oh, he does do things with Mopar. CTS-V. That is a nice looking Dakota on the ground, just like that Tacoma over there. Boom! Alright guys, so we've made it. And he's here. The man, the myth, the legend.
Not me, you got the wrong guy.
Ghost. I don't know guys, but I think that's a turbo. Diablo Formula Racing, follow him. Definitely have to say, favorite style, no Trans Am. Ooh, big coupe. Gracie, the Bumblebee's for you. As you can see, the shop is just as small as it looks in the rest of his videos. Love it. And my gift isn't nearly as good. It's a t-shirt.
I like t-shirts.
What size?
Probably, what size do you have?
L, XL, 2XL.
Just regular XL?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do that. Nice. Is that it's the same one you're wearing?
Yep.
I like that.
Same
I
one.
do actually like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it took me a long time to figure out what to call my channel.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of backstory and a lot of really grand dreams that eventually will come to fruition. But,
Eventually.
yeah. So I've got a question that's always bugged me since I started watching. Who owns all these cars?
Not me.
Not you.
We'll leave it at that. Not me.
I think at one point I saw like a Z24 on the corner over on the other side, and I was like, man.
Oh, that Z24, that was one of my customers' cars.
Oh.
He ended up moving to, where did he move to? He moved overseas. He ended up moving overseas, and what ended up happening, I guess, was he didn't want the car anymore, so he had his sister just come pick it up. Yeah, just come pick it up.
I remember, high school having a bunch of buddies that had those Z24s, and
it was a little four-cylinder. It needed a computer and stuff. It was
a
I
pile.
hate to say it this way, but it was a piece of junk. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't anything worthwhile, But yeah, she came and picked it up, and that's been gone. Yeah, pretty much.
My wife had a C24.
Yeah.
It was 89, had the 2.8 in it.
Okay.
Manual transmission, great little car.
Yeah, I think this was an automatic. This was
When she got pregnant, we had to get rid of it.
Oh no. I have 2 kids. I still haven't gotten rid of this car.
A very understanding wife.
Ex-wife.
X. Right. I forgot about that.
I got 2 ex-wives now. Yeah, I've kept this car for a while. I bought this car in 2001 is when I bought this car, and I love it. It's my baby.
Now we had both looked at the screen over the turbo.
Yeah.
You're not worried about anything?
No. I mean, that's basically just to kind of keep big shit like birds and small children
Right.
from getting in there. But that, by what I understand, they have a fine mesh one and this open mesh one. And for this type of a setup, the open mesh one is better. Because it doesn't, I don't know why. Don't ask me why it's better. Plus a filter doesn't fit in there anyway, so it don't really matter. I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, so I wanted to do something. I wanted to put something there just in case, like, I don't know, like if this fell off, it's just gonna go there. You know what I mean? It's not gonna like hurt.
Just that little bit of insurance so you don't kill the turbo.
Yeah, just a little bit of insurance, and that's it. I mean, it's been working. I haven't had any issues with it. Nothing's gone in there. Nothing like has had any issues with it. So I'm like, oh, I guess it's working. So yeah, I bought one for me and one for Max when he was here. Max has a green one. On his BMW 335i. Yeah.
Old Max.
Yeah, good old Maxwell House. I was Snapchatting him last night actually. Yeah, he was doing something. I forget what he was doing, but I was Snapchatting him last night talking to him.
He's not still with CSP?
No, he's in Los Angeles.
Oh, he is?
Really?
Yeah, he works for I don't know what the name of the company is. But it's like a supercar company. They work on like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and McLarens and shit like that. So yeah. So that's what he's doing now. I don't know what he's doing there, but I know I think he's doing some fab work stuff. But yeah, he's doing stuff there for them guys now, and he loves it out there. He's having a grand old time. Let me tell you, being a 21-year-old out in Los Angeles is probably everybody's 21st dream. You know what I mean? So he's having a good time out there. He was here a month ago, 2 months ago, for a wedding. He flew back in. He stopped in and was saying hi and shit.
Stopped in and he made fun of us.
Yeah, he stopped in making fun, and then he bought my scanner and left. I was like, bye. Yeah. So yeah, this is my baby.
So Andy, off camera, you were telling us a little bit about the car and why it's not running and why it's not producing very much content for you right now.
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing that with the followers? Or?
Basically, it has a Ford engine. It's a 5.4 liter Triton. And unfortunately, the spark plugs have stripped out of the head, like the 4.6s, and the head gasket's blue. So,
I'm sorry, I can't put that in there.
I mean, you definitely can put it in there. It'll work.
I didn't want to give away any trade secrets. You know,
Trade secrets.
It really does look like an LS, folks. I'm just saying, it really does. But
listen, this is all just a big cover over the 5.4 liter engine. That's all it is. It's just a big giant cover that makes it look like an LS, but it's really not an LS.
Green screens are magic.
Yeah, it's a big green screen right here.
my editing skills with green. No. So, just for the record, everything he said about the 5.4 is true. Head gaskets and blown spark plugs.
Now so the injectors are out of it right now, the 210s, and I sent them out to HPI HPI injectors out in Illinois, I think is where they're located. They're testing the injectors and cleaning them and all that stuff. I should hear back from today. And basically what I told them, I was like, whether they're good or bad or whatever the case may be, I want to drop down to a 120cc injector as opposed to the 210cc's because they're just too big for the setup, and I want to move back to pump gas instead of E85 and still make good horsepower. So,
and the reason for that is because pump gas is so much more reliable, consistent.
It is, yeah. The E85 with a stock computer and them big giant injectors just aren't working out very well for me. It make great power at wide open throttle, but when it comes to tune, like idling and cruising, it's just more difficult to tune, and I'd rather just make it simplistic again. Because this entire build was just mainly supposed to be just a simple build. A simple, you can go out, you could, spend the money to buy the turbo kit, the engine, the heads, whatever, put it all in, take down the road and drive. A lot of people have drag cars that you can't take out on the street because they need race gas and they need this and they need that. And I didn't want that. I want to be able to take this out on the street, drive it around for all day long, still get good gas mileage, still have plenty of power, put it on low boost, have plenty of power, and then go down the track and be like, let's rip and tear. And then drive home or tow it home and drive it some more, whatever. Drive it to Ocean City, Maryland and cruise around, stuff like that. That was the whole purpose of this build. It wasn't to be the fastest 6-speed drag car in the world. It wasn't supposed to be, the fastest drag car period in the world. It was just to show people, look, you can do this. It's going to cost some money, but you can do this for a reasonable amount of money and have a 1,000 horsepower car on a high boost. Oh, I heard that.
That's the death scream.
Yeah, I heard that. Go off. It was like beep beep beep. I'm like, I know that sound. What is that? Is that a GoPro?
Yeah, 6.
Is it 6? Okay. Yeah, I have a 5. I hate it. I want to throw it in the trash. So bad. I'm just gonna use it for like motion shots, and that's it.
Good old-fashioned camcorder. It cost me a quarter of what it cost for any of that, and it's dead on reliable.
Yeah, they get more and more difficult as they just. Like I want to get a 7. I heard the 7 blacks are really, really good. I do want to get a 7 black. So eventually I will. Eventually.
I didn't have this one a week, and when I first started using it, it didn't like the cold. Like I got it in February, so I go out and I hit record, and it shut off.
Wow.
So within 2 weeks,
I went back to my Hero 4 Silver.
Yeah.
And other than the non-stabilization of it, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm gonna put it on my little gimbal my little handheld thing that I got, and I'm just gonna use that. That's what I started YouTube with, was my Hero 4, and it worked great back then. So I was like, it's gonna work great now too. Forget it. So I'll use my my 5 for like stabilization stuff that doesn't involve sound, because the sound quality on that thing is just scooped up to hell. And then I'll use my 4 for actually videoing.
So Andy, before we go too much further, I want to play a little game that we call translation. Okay, so I'm going to get you to say a word.
I would be
in PA, and I'll translate it to English for the rest of my viewers up in Canada. Okay.
You hear him say that in English?
I did hear him say that.
Okay.
It kind of got me like mixed up. I'm like, isn't it already English?
Okay. So. What is this?
That's a. That's a radiator.
Okay. So in English, folks, this is a radiator.
It's a radiator.
Sorry, I have to agree with him on that one. It's a radiator.
Dude, I remember back in the day, everybody was bitching to me about
Number
that.
2.
Oh my
Number
God.
2. Final question.
Okay.
All or nothing. What do you lubricate your engine internally with?
Oil, engine oil.
Say that again.
Engine oil.
Oh, so you're not doing it now on camera. You call oil.
You could ask me to say filter instead.
That's a filter. There we go. So we got 2 for there. So oil and filter.
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 It's a filter.
I kind of go with him on the filter.
It has a hard D. Filter with a hard D.
Yeah, filter with a silent D.
Yeah.
We don't pronounce the D here in Canada.
Yeah. It's you know what it is. I talk so fast.
But we can get him back. What the company that makes the Altima?
Nissan.
Thank you.
Nissan.
Nissan.
That's what I call it.
No, you don't.
I call it a Nissan.
Let me
Right.
ask you this:
Thank
when
you.
came into this town, what'd you call this town?
See, we okay. I
right.
need to explain myself. So, the name of this town, EPHRATA.
I know exactly what he's gonna say.
We talked about this.
Yep.
Kip and I talked about
Yeah, we
this
did.
on what is the correct pronunciation.
Yeah.
Now, from Canada, I'd call it Ephrata.
Yeah.
But only because I watch Andy, I know it's Ephrata.
It's Ephrata. Yeah. Everybody calls it Ephrata.
Yeah.
Everyone calls it. There's also you hear about Lidditz.
Nope.
So Lidditz, a lot of people pronounce that Littitz.
Seriously.
It's French.
Lititz.
Yeah.
So people think it's Littitz instead of Litz.
There you
funny.
go.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we have some
That's
weird names down here.
German.
I'll tell you.
The German.
And we
There's some
talked
weird
about it
names.
earlier. Lancaster.
Yeah.
In Canada, you look at that on paper, it's Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Everyone says
Down
that.
Because that's the European version
Yeah.
of it, is Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Yep.
And we did see an Amish lady at the stoplight on the
Oh
bicycle.
God.
Oh, catch any buggies yet?
You know.
No.
You didn't see
No,
the buggy?
Got the-
No
Good.
buggies yet.
Horse crap all over the place, but
Oh,
no buggies
the
yet.
buggies were there. That's the
Wait till-
infamous.
Wait till you
that's
see a buggy.
Yeah, wait till you
Just
see a
cutting in
buggy.
front of people.
Yeah.
You know what? You'll probably see. Probably going up to Steve's, you'll probably see buggies.
Yeah.
You'll probably see a buggy up that way, because he's not far from Maple Grove, and there's buggies there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see. I mean, if you go,
We didn't see them, but like I said, just
all you have to do is go over to freaking. I tell you what, you take 322 and go into New Holland, East Earl, you'll see buggies all over the place.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing but farms around. It's all farmland around here. It's all farms. So before you leave, you will see a buggy. I'm pretty guaranteeing that one. All the driving you guys are going to be doing, you'll definitely be seeing a buggy. You'll be seeing a buggy going down to Danny's.
yeah.
Kind of slow restoration. You'll see buggies down there too. Yeah, they kind of get in the way.
Yeah. Now there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, guys, this is where I'm going to end my video. I'm sure Kip has a few more questions for Andy, but anyways, Andy, thank you so much for
problem,
opening up your shop and letting us come in and poke fun.
It's totally okay.
And
I get it all day long.
So what work's getting done on the other cars in here?
Well, this one actually belongs to my customer Tony out there.
Yep.
This is This is fully built actually. Heads, cam, pulley. We gotta get that pulley off. Put a new pulley on. Raise up the boost. This is an engine swap. So it came out of a sedan that he had. He bought this and put the sedan engine in this, and put this engine in the sedan, and sold the sedan.
Because this had already been worked on?
Yeah, this one's already been worked on.
Okay.
He basically wanted a coupe to race instead of a sedan to race. So
Nice.
that's what he did there. And if you remember the gray ZL1 that was all decked out that made like
Yeah.
850, that's his wife's car out there. They actually came yesterday and picked up the ZL1, and then they dropped the SS off for some more stuff. So
is
yeah.
that the one you delivered to New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I drove. That's the one I drove up to New York and took. Well, because I drove that one up and I brought his back
Yeah.
with the kids, and freaking what ended up happening? She took me out for a hell drive in it, and I made a video about that. I was scared, and she was pregnant with her daughter, and I'm like, and she's like banging gears
Banging,
down
yeah.
in New York, up in I forget what the name of this now, but up there in New York. And she's banging gears and going crazy, and I'm like, I'm holding on for dear life, and I'm like, her belly's like touching the steering wheel. I'm like, oh my god! I think that night she gave birth too. And that night or the next night she gave birth. Maybe she was just really happy she got her car
Get out
back.
there and do that to get that sucker
Dude,
started.
Yeah, right.
I can't. It was crazy. She was rolling gears like a maniac, and I'm like, get me out of this car. Get me out of this car. She was just so happy to have it back. You know what I mean? Which I perfectly understand. But man, that was a scary ride. That was a scary ride. That Camaro's a full build. There's a whole bunch of other junk outside that's full build. There's a twin turbo Cadillac outside that's going to be coming apart eventually. I ain't starting on it yet, but 6-chin Camaro for cam and headwork and stuff. And
I actually noticed Mopar.
Yeah, that's getting nitrous stuff done to it eventually. I just got to do all the installation stuff. It's just a matter of getting it in here. But that, don't quote me on this, but supposedly that car belonged to Ray Rice. And he traded it in on something else, and then this guy ended up buying it off of a dealership lot. And it has the same wheels that Ray Rice put on that car when he bought it. So I guess when he bought it, he took it to some wheel shop and had those wheels installed. And then there's a picture of him in that with that car standing next to it. And then I guess he traded it in and got like an SUV or something. Then this guy bought it and brought it down. And when he brought it down, he told me about it. I'm like, no way. He's like, yeah, dude, seriously. I'm like, oh, if you say so. Like, I'm not one to argue, whatever. So yeah, so that's sitting out there. His Camaro's sitting. He bought a Camaro to take the driveline out of and put in an old project car truck of his. So that's for sale. So if you want a pit-chain Camaro, I got one for sale.
Just for sale.
Well, no, yeah, it has the rear and the drive shaft. Just needs a bumper, fender, and hood. That's it. It'd be a perfect drag car. Perfect drag car.
Help me with subscribers, people, because that's the only way.
That could be a good project car.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that would honestly be the best drag car ever.
Copo Camaro available at Diablo Formula Racing.
Yeah. I'll spray paint Copa on the back trunk maybe or something. But yeah, I mean, then obviously my diesel, my truck out there. And we have a whole bunch of little projects and stuff going on here and there and stuff. So like this is all
Cool.
nitrous stuff, tranny build, all that jazz.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I got one final question for him, but I'm not going to put it on video. So we're going to end this here. Thank you again, Andy, for the hospitality, and thank you everybody for watching.